Good morning. Welcome to Jesus meditation and attuning to the Aramaic teachings of Jesus. And we'll begin with the invocation from Hazrat Inayat Khan towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the spirit of guidance. Amen. We'll tune to the elemental breaths. Should put those in the chat window for you. We'll be visiting the Aramaic words for these different elements. And we'll begin with the breath of earth, breathing in Allah through the nose and breathing out Ar through the nose. And again, breathing in through the nose, Allah, and tuning to that source of all, the divine, pervading all, and Ar, tuning to that element of earth, the ground that gives us the stability, our bones that are made of the earth. Doing the element of earth, breathing in and out through the nose. And we'll move to the element of water. We'll breathe in through the nose, Allah, and breathing out through the mouth, Maya. Again, tuning to that source of all, Allah, and Maya, the flowing of life, the water that gives us life, flows through our veins, and our blood vessels, the moisture in the air, so tuning to all the ways water shows up for us. Breathing in through the mouth, breathing in through the nose, Allah, and breathing out through the mouth, Maya. Had a cat try to jump over my computer. The dog chased him out. Let's attune to the element of fire. Breathing in through the mouth, Allah, and breathing out through the nose, Nurra. Attuning to that passion in life, Nurra, the intelligence that's always available to us, and the light and the sun that brings light to the earth. Breathing in through the mouth, Allah, and breathing out through the nose, Nurra. We'll visit the element of air. Breathing in alaha through the mouth. And breathing out ruha through the mouth. And tuning to that spirit, that breath that is the source of life, the breath behind all breaths. Breathing in alaha through the mouth. Breathing out ruha through the mouth. And then the breath of ether. Breathing a natural breath through the nose or mouth. Just a refined and gentle breath. Breathing in alaha and breathing out alaha. Just giving thanks for the source of all of these elements, noticing how they're alive within us and all around us. Breathing in alaha, breathing out alaha. We'll say the prayer, the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. It's in the chat window for you if you need it. Avun Dabashmaya, Nit Kadesh Shemach, Te Te Malkutach, Nehwe Saviana Chayakana, Dabashmaya Afbar Ah, Havlan Lachma, Dasunkanan Yaumana, Washbalkan Chalvain Waktahain, Aikana Dafkanan Shvakan Lechayabin, Wela Tatlan Laneshuna, Ela Patsan Minbisha, Matul Delachi Malkutach, Wahaila wa Tashbukta, La Alam Almin, Amen. So today we are visiting the last beatitude in Matthew. It's number 10. And I'll put that in the chat window for you. It is quite long, quite a mouthful, but we'll go through it word by word with a reading from Sadi, but here's my attempt at saying it, the whole thing. Heden hada or razwa da arga kun sagi bashmaya hakana gayer radapwa lanabia damin kadamaikun. And in English, in the King James Version of the Bible, this verse is saying, "Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets who were before you." And now we'll get an attunement from Sadi, kind of going through each of these words, giving us a sense of what Jesus was saying in the Aramaic with all of these words. So if you wonder why any part of the previous beatitude would lead one to rejoice, you are not alone. As some will know, one way this passage has been interpreted goes, If you suffer now, you will get your reward later in heaven. Even though I am oppressing or enslaving you for my own good now, it will be good for you later. Well, as we'll see, Yeshua is talking about something completely different. Although there are many Aramaic words, stay with me, for the picture will become clear as we go along. Hedain, at this point in time, now, not usually translated, but important. So Hedain, meaning now. And Hada, in King James Version, it's rejoice. The Aramaic points to a limitation that guides one in a right direction to feel at the peak, the point of now. Hada also points to the curbs on either side that keep us running smoothly on a path of guidance. Rawazwa is exceedingly glad. This roots point to thinning out the individual self by allowing the nafsha to shed anything unnecessary. We rest in what's enough. Throughout the ancient Semitic languages, we find that all of the words usually translated as joy, gladness, happiness, and goodness are related to the simple idea that there is a limit to what one's nafsha can do or acquire in the physical realm, while what lies in the province of the ruha, also present now, is unlimited. Said another way, looking to fulfill all our needs in the outer realm of appearances, limited by time and space, leads to unhappiness and confusion. Happiness, right direction, and guidance come from turning heart towards soul, not from the outer acquisition of name, fame, and possessions. The agarkun, your reward. Though its roots, agar, the word agarkun points to the image of a large tree spreading its branches or a plant expanding its tendrils. This process of natural growth and individuation counters that of simply acquiring more stuff. Like a plant growing from a central shoot, we can individuate organically. One seeks to become two, but the two remain connected as a unity. Sagi, meaning great. The roots sug show a circle expanding, like the ripples of water spreading from a stone dropped in a calm pool. Bashmaya, in heaven, within, with, or together with, connected to the wave reality of the cosmos. Definitely not in somewhere or somewhen else. Shemaya is here and now. When we feel the soul's joy of guidance and rest in what's enough. Hakana, now here, the roots hakan, showing rooting, fixing a base of stability, what we might today call grounding. And Greyer, for, or tending toward a meeting with. Radapwa Lanavia, persecuted they the prophets. The ones historically pushed further, Radapwa, on their path were the Nabia, those who were inspired and breathed through by reality, divine reality itself. The prophets were those who worked to recreate in the world around them the vision of rightness they received inwardly. The men Kadamaikun, usually translated who were before you, but there is much more here. Domin can mean from, of, or abundantly rooted. In Kadamaikun, from Kadam, the power present from the first times, from the beginning of time and space, the pole on which everything seemingly material depends. Putting it all together, if we travel the path of those who follow the vision of rightness, rooted in reality's desire to express itself uniquely through each person, then we will invariably be pushed beyond what our culture most values, accumulating more material or mental possessions. Yeshua's solution: feel the moment of now. Feel joy and guidance in the sense of what's enough. Use the limitation imposed, the push at our back, shoving us out the door, to walk into the unlimited, to connect with a larger world and a wider community, including nature and the cosmos. We travel this path, he says, with all the healthy human beings who preceded us and who helped others find their same vision. So another translation of this can be, from the point of now, feel joy and guidance, abundance in what's enough, becoming the leading shoot of a new plant of reality's growth, spreading to connect the life of your soul with the power within all the souls, traveling the prophetic caravan ahead of you. I also wanted to say that one of my, I don't know what favorite names of beautiful names I've got in Arabic, but something I've worked with a lot is Muqaddam, which is that same sense as this Kadamaikun, with that same root of Kadam, which is attuning to that caravan of souls, the caravan of those that have gone before us, and also leading the way for those that would be coming behind us. So I like that connection there as well. So okay, so I read this quote from Anayat Khan on the last beatitude number 9, which has a similar message behind it of when you'll be persecuted for my name's sake, because it kind of relates, and Anayat Khan kind of combines the two of them together. So I'm just gonna reread that portion because I think it's a good thing to attune to. Let's see. This is from the Unity of Religious Ideals. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets that were before you. This advice is not given only to the followers of Christ, but especially to the Murids, whose murshid bears a message. It means they can only prove worthy when their faith in the teaching of their teacher is so great that they stand by him and his teaching in all conditions and suffer contentedly all that befalls them through the ignorance of man. For so it has been and will ever be with everyone who gives the message of truth. So again, just attuning to those prophets, the Nabia, the ones that have that vision, the great teachers, and following their message that can often go against the cultural norms, and realizing that we have that unlimited ruha at our that can lead and guide us into a different way that will hopefully be exceedingly glad and rejoicing in this moment of Shemaya right now, right here. So we'll attune to these words. Again, I know it's kind of a mouthful, but we'll go through them slowly, go through some movements with each of these lines. And eventually we'll bring it on the breath and bring it into maybe a simpler word focus in the heart. But we'll start with these lines. So Hadain Hada Wavra. So again, these are attuning us to feeling that abundance now at the peak and finding joy and turning the heart towards the soul. So my attunement would be to just, or encouragement would just put your hands on your heart. Hadain Hada Wavra. Just remembering that joy that's in us and available in our hearts and souls right now. Hadain Hada Wavra. And then the next line is the Archun Sagi Bashmaya. And again, that the Archun is the soul, the tendrils reaching out from the root, from that unity, and bringing our message out, bringing our light to the world. So kind of just bringing your hands up and being that shoot from the source. So the Archun Sagi Bashmaya. The Archun Sagi Bashmaya. And then the next line is Hakana Gair Radapwa Lanabia. So in this one, again, we're attuning to what's present now, attuning to Lanabia, the ones that have gone before and have pushed past their boundaries, pushed past the limitations. And so I'm going to just do a prayer mudra, connecting with those Nabia who have gone before, who are willing to follow and teach the truth. So we'll do Sakhanha Gayer Radapwa Lanabia. Akhana Gayer Radapwa Lanabia. And then the final line is Demin Kadamaikun. Demin Kadamaikun. And on this one, just bowing forward in a sense of gratitude, and then coming back up. So just a bow forward and up. And just feeling like you're in that caravan of the great teachers and following in their footsteps and with their teachings. Demen Kadamaikun. So the whole thing together. I'll just go through it. I don't know how many times, but we'll see. Just for a little while. Just attuning to these words and this beatitude. Hadain Hada Wavrawasa. The Aror Kun Sagi Bashmaya. Hachana Gayer Adapwa Lanavia. Demin Kadamai Kun. Hadain Hada Wavrawasa. The Arkun Sagi Bashmaya. Akhana Gayer Radabwa Lanavia. Damin Kadamaikun. Hadain Hadawa Rawasa. The Arkun Sagi Bashmaya. Akhana Gayer Radapwa Lanavia. Damin Kadamaikun. Hadain Hadawa Rawasa. The Agarhun Sagi Bashmaya. Hakana Gayer Radapwa Lanavia. Damin Damaikun. Hadain Hadawa Rawasa. The Argakun Sagi Bashmaya. Hakana Gayer Dapwa Lanavia. Damin Damaikun. Hadain hada wavrawasa. The agar khun sagi bashmaya. Hakana gaya radapwa lanavia. Damin kadamai khun. Hadain hada wavrawasa. The arga khun sagi bashmaya. Hakana gaya radapwa lanavia. Damin damai khun. Hadain hada wavrawasa. The agar khun sagi bashmaya. Hakana gaya radapwa lanavia. Damin kadamai khun. Hadain hada wavrawasa. The arkhun sagi bashmaya. Hakana gaya radapwa lanavia. Damin kadamai khun. Hadain hada wavrawasa. The arkhun sagi bashmaya. Hakana gaya radapwa lanavia. Damin kadamai khun. One more time. Hadain hada wavrawasa. The agar khun sagi bashmaya. Hakana gaya radapwa lanavia. Damin kadamai khun. Now bring this on to the breath. And I would like to just focus on a few key words of breathing in to the heart, lanavia. Lanavia is bringing in the teachers, the guidance, the prophets, and breathing out, kadamai khun, kadamai khun. Just seeing yourself in that caravan of souls that started from the beginning of time and will go on behind you. So again, breathing in, lanavia, and breathing out, kadamai khun. Feeling that guidance within the heart, that we are guided by that unlimited ruha, living in the bashmaya of now. Breathing in, lanavia. Breathing out, kadamai khun. Yadain handa rawawaza the agar kun sagi bashmaya hakana gair radapwa lanavia demin handamai kun. From the point of now, feel joy and guidance, abundance in what is enough. Become the leading shoot of a new plan of plant of divine reality's growth, spreading to connect the life of your soul with the power within all souls, traveling the prophetic caravan ahead of you. Amen. So, I'm gonna pause the recording for a little bit and allow some time for discussion. We'll be back. All right, thank you, friends. Let's close with the prayer Peer by Hazrat Inayat Khan, tuning to those teachers, those in the caravan before us, and a prayer of attunement to them. Inspire of my mind, consoler of my heart, healer of my spirit, thy presence lifteth me from earth to heaven. Thy words flow as a sacred river. Thy thought riseth as a divine spring. Thy tender feelings waken sympathy in my heart. Beloved teacher, thy very being is forgiveness. The clouds of doubt and fear are scattered by thy piercing glance. All ignorance vanishes in thy illuminating presence. A new hope is born in my heart by breathing thy peaceful atmosphere. O inspiring guide, through life's puzzling ways, in thee I feel abundance of blessing. Amen. Okay, well, thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you have a lovely Sunday.